YouTube, truckers and trucker gals worldwide. It is your boy, your man's, your royals. Yes, be off to imitate it, never duplicated, the one and only Enrique Prince, also known as Prince the Trucker, coming back with another video for you guys to enjoy here on the channel. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning into the content, no matter how frequently or frequently not that I post here. I've been in a zone, which is why I haven't really posted a lot of content here lately, but that's neither here or there. I appreciate you being here right now. Just make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're gonna get into the topic at hand. You see what it is. I locked my keys in the truck during a snowstorm. Let's talk about it. So yeah, truckers and trucker gals worldwide, once again, thank you for being here and tuning into the content here at Prince the Trucker on YouTube. Man, today is March 20th. It is Thursday, 11:13 a.m. somewhere in Wisconsin, USA. You know what I mean? I'm reporting to y'all from Wisconsin, USA. And man, what a last couple of weeks for your Royal Prince the Trucker, man. My last video I posted probably about 2 weeks ago, and then I went on home time for my mom's birthday. Shout out to my moms. Mama, I love you. POP, hold it down, you dig? But went home for about 7 days after 3 months OTR, and it was much needed. You know what I'm saying? I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I've been back on the truck since March 11th, so about 9 days ago. And I really just been getting back into my flow, getting back into my rhythm. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're a trucker, you know exactly how it is. You could be in a good flow. Like I said, I was out for 3 months. And once you go home and get back in that truck, you gotta get back in your rhythm. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. Just kind of going ghost, focusing on the job at hand, focusing on the task. I've learned a lot. I've been through a lot in these last 9 days. It seems like I've been on the road for a whole month. It's really only been 9 days. So I just wanted to share a little story time with you guys and gals, with my new truckers, my veterans, to just alleviate, motivate the situation, man. Because, you know, as truck drivers, it's a lot of pressure that comes with this job. It's a lot of stress at times, and you really have to know how to balance everything out and motivate yourself to move forward each and every day. You understand it though, right? With that being said, YouTube, aside from just wanting to update y'all and let you know that Prince the Trucker is getting to the bag, clocking these miles, I definitely, as always, just wanted to relay a short message, and then I will get into my particular story time. And that message is, do not crash out here on these interstates. You know what I'm saying? If you're a trucker, veteran in the game, kind of know how to handle it a little better. But particularly speaking to my newer drivers that might be tuned into the content, do not crash out, yo. A lot of things come with this territory. The more that I'm out here, the more I realize how serious and important this job is. A lot of people take shortcuts and end up in positions they don't want to be in. You know what I mean? So you got to be thankful for every day. Each time you get out of that bunk, whether it's from a 10-hour break or a 34-hour reset, you got to plan your day properly. Take the time. Don't rush. You know, anything can happen, and that's what happened to me. Something as small as locking my keys in the truck during a snowstorm was wild. I've never done anything like that, and it was kind of something beyond my control. You know what I mean? Luckily, the company was understanding. I handled it a particular way. I didn't let it get to me. And it was pretty much in some of the worst conditions that you can imagine. I mean, you see the snow around right now. I didn't get any actual footage of the incident just because I didn't even plan on making a video. It just kind of happened. I went through it, got out of it, and I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and share my experience, and hopefully someone can learn from the perspective and don't make the same mistake I did. So the main message of this video is to don't crash out. You're gonna face things, pressures from all areas. Stay professional, stay responsible, plan everything, and don't take anything for granted. You dig? All right, so let's get to this particular story time, yo. I was all the way in Parlier, California, and the company sent me a load from Parlier, California down to Robert, Louisiana, which was love because it was over 2,000 miles. That's how you want to start the pay period. Good miles. That's what Prince the Trucker likes to do. So we take the load from Cali all the way to Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana, man. I ate good there. A lot of Southern hospitality. Did what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? It was a good time. So once I delivered in Louisiana, the company gave me another load from Louisiana to Wisconsin, which was about another 1,500 miles. Bam, back-to-back good loads. You know what I'm saying? Again, at the beginning of the pay period, we in a position to rack up. So I take the load from Louisiana, Hammond, Louisiana, down to Rochelle, Illinois. Now, Rochelle, Illinois is about 186 miles away from my destination in Wisconsin. So I was ahead of schedule. I had about 4 to 6 hours to burn, and that's the reason why I stopped in Rochelle, Illinois. Stopped in Rochelle. It was probably about 6 p.m. It was a bad winter storm coming through. As soon as I parked my truck, it started snowing, hailing, all kind of stuff, man. It was just nasty weather conditions. I checked my radar, and I saw that the weather was going to clear up around the time that I was going to leave, which was about 2 a.m. Again, I parked at 6 p.m. It's an hour reset. That's 2 a.m. So I'm like, yo, the delivery time ain't till 6 a.m. I got 4 hours to make it there. It's only a 2-hour trip. I'm in the money. We good to go. This is what Prince the Trucker do. Gets the load there on time. So we're in a good flow, long story short. 2 a.m. rolls around. I get up, put the Carhartt on, got my tactical boots laced up. I hop out the truck and start my pre-trip on the electronic logs, right? So I walk up to the door of the truck stop because I'm out of pilot. Out of order, basically. They lost power. So I couldn't even go in there and get my coffee, my morning cigar. I'm like, whatever, no problem. I'll find another truck stop down the road. We making good time. So if you can use your imagination, it's snowing, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, all the trucks are idling in the parking lot. I'm pretty much the only soul walking across the pavement right now. When I get back to the truck door to open it, you guessed it, the mug is locked, bro. The truck is running, I'm pre-tripping on the log, and the door locked. I'm hot. Now you see the Carhartt I got on right now. I was pretty much protected, but it was cold outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, my heart instantly dropped. So, first thing I did was call the company, of course, and let them know, hey, I'm out here. I was early. I don't know how. My door locked because I didn't hit the lock on the way out. It's something with these Freightliners, man. Let me know down in the comment section below if you've ever had a situation where you had your keys in the ignition, you close your door and come back and your truck is locked. This is the first time it ever happened to me, but apparently upon doing research, it happens. And I don't know how it happens, but it does. And I can actually remember being at a truck stop one time, and I think I was in New Mexico, and there was a gentleman, broad daylight, and it was sun outside. He hopped out his truck. I was parked next to him. I just ended my shift. He hopped out his truck. Same thing. Went to the truck stop, came back, and he was locked out of his truck, running and everything. I guess he saw me cleaning up in my truck, because I like to sweep and Lysol wipe when I get done with my shit. Knocked on my door and asked if he could use my Freightliner key, because we had the same truck. And unfortunately for him, it didn't work. But sometimes keys are interchangeable with other trucks. It's weird, man. It's weird. So the first thing I thought of while that happened, I let the company know, I'm going through the parking lot 2 in the morning, knocking on people's door that have the same truck that I do. And if you're a trucker, you already know, You ain't trying to answer the door at no 2:30 in the morning. Like, I don't care what you going through. You don't know who it is. It could be somebody trying to dangle you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bad situation to be in. So for me, I was already feeling it. But I had to do what I had to do. Keep in mind at this time, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. Ain't no locksmiths open right now. You know what I mean? It's 2 a.m. Central Time. I'm calling a company. They're behind because they're on the West Coast, so it's about 11 p.m. there. Couldn't do nothing for me, man. So I'm walking around the parking lot, knocking on some doors. There were some gracious people that allowed me to use their key and try it. It did not work, unfortunately. So you can imagine how I was feeling, man. I was feeling really dumb, stupid. Like, I didn't even do anything and I'm locked out of my truck. This is crazy. And I'm gonna be late for my appointment time. I wanted to crash out. I was pissed. So I went back up to the window of the truck stop. Like I said, they had a sign on every door, out of power, out of order. They were friendly though. They let me actually inside the building. By this time, it was probably about 3:30 a.m. I had found a local locksmith that didn't open until 6. They let me sleep for a couple hours. 6 a.m. rolled by. I called the locksmith. He came through. It was about $170 to unlock the truck. Shout out to my company. They sent me an EFS authorization code. Dude got paid. Truck door was unlocked. And it was blasting the heat up in here. I walked into some heat. I was so thankful, man, because it was cold outside. By that time, the storm had surpassed. So again, I had planned it perfectly. I was gonna miss the whole storm. If you see in the footage in the beginning of the video, you see how clear it was. But during the night, it was coming down. You know, from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. is pretty much, if you're in cold conditions, when it gets the coldest. So long story short, I went through all of that, got it done. I'm back on the road. The company rescheduled the appointment time, and my appointment is now at 5 a.m. tomorrow in the morning. I'm less than a mile away from where I need to drop, and everything worked out. So with that, YouTube, it's a perfect example of how things can go left out here. Sometimes you can plan everything right when it comes to certain aspects, but there's so many variables that can happen that might be out of your control, that might make you want to crash out because you're trying to make that impression. You're in a flow, you're in a rhythm, and then something sets you back. You know, for me personally, anytime that I hop out of this truck now, I'm going to be taking my key with me. It doesn't matter. My mind frame was, it's cold outside. I had just woke up. I'm gonna let the truck warm up for 15 minutes during my pre-trip. I had no idea that my Freightliner door was gonna lock itself as I left. So it's a learning experience. I guess because this truck does have a power lock system, meaning you push the button on the inside to lock and unlock. Maybe how I closed the door activated it. I'm not really sure. A lot of the older trucks and some of the newer ones, even when you close the door, it'll unlock and you have to lock it from the outside. That wasn't my particular scenario. So if you're new and you're going to a company, I would advise that you ask them for a spare key when they give you the key to your truck. When I was given the key, I was only given one, so I'm going to ask for another key when I return to the terminal, just so I can negate situations like this. Again, I don't plan on having the key in the ignition when I leave, but for whatever reason, if that is the case, at least I have a spare key that I can have in my wallet or somewhere magnetically attached to the truck that I can access. That's definitely going to save you some dollars in a strenuous situation. And the last option is to buy a lockout kit from one of these truck stops and keep it somewhere outside of the truck that you can access, because I'm not really comfortable with that option, just because, you know what I'm saying, like, it's outside the truck. Like, you can't put it in the truck, because if you lock your keys in there, you can't get to it. So I mean, you just gotta plan, man. Again, I'm gonna be taking my key outside the truck every time I leave, no questions asked. You know, it's learning lessons out here. Things will make you want to crash out, but stay professional. Plan everything. Don't take anything for granted. And when things come your way that present stress and resistance, do your best to get through it and understand that, you know, life is good at the end and the beginning of the day. You know what I mean? Some things you can control, and those are the things you should control. Things you can't control, take a deep breath, understand that somebody has it way worse than you out there. You're not the first, and you probably won't be the last. You do understand that though, right? I appreciate y'all being here, checking out the content, listening to my story time here on Prince the Trucker on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment. Let me know if there's any time you've had a particular scenario like this where you locked your key in the truck. I definitely looking forward to seeing if anybody has shared the same experience. With that being said, I'm finna get off of here, clean up my truck, enjoy the rest of the day, get my mind right for this drop tomorrow morning in Wisconsin. It is the often imitated, never duplicated, the one and only Enrique Prince, also known as Prince the Trucker. Shout out to all the truckers worldwide doing their thing. Stay safe, stay blessed. We'll catch you on the next one.